Yeah, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another show.
Yo, what's good, peoples?
What's good? What's good? Trying to share. It was not letting me share for some reason. There's always something with this thing.
I told you, man.
Like I'm trying to share it, and it's just showing me the send. Like not letting me share it. Can you share it, folks? If you're
Yeah,
watching, share this, please. Share,
put it
share
on
it.
next bus. It should be next bus. It's there. All right, we good.
It's on there. You sure?
Yeah, I just shared it there. Uh,
Okay.
should I
Any
put it in
any other pages we could share it to?
Jackie Gleason? Put it on both of them.
Transit bus operators worldwide. TWU. T surface. Uh, oh, they don't let me do it there. Map store. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right, folks. So, welcome to another show. We have some special guests today. We haven't had people from outside of New York. We're gonna have some people today,
It's good, Primo. Yep.
and we're gonna talk about issues that operators have outside of New York. And you could all see we have the same issues, same problems. So see how
Hmm.
that works out. But we're gonna start with a special thing we want to share. We want to bring in a co-worker of mine from out of Jackie Gleason, who recently lost her home, and she wanted to say something to some people. So we're gonna bring her on, and then we're gonna share part of her story. Um, and anyway, let me just bring her in. So without further ado, Janai Lopez. Did I say it right this time?
Yes,
Janai
yes,
Lopez.
yes.
Hi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for
So,
having
no problem. So, I mean, you and I work out at Jackie Gleason. How many years have you been a bus operator?
a little bit over 5 now, almost
What was that?
about 5 and
Five and a
2.
half. Oh, her video, the audio's, her audio's kicking it back and forth a little bit. Okay,
Hmm.
we'll get through this. Just like you said, right? Just when we start,
As you go live, something goes
it
on.
starts to go wrong, but we can
Hmm.
see you well. So one of you, we were gonna bring you in because you did want to say something. So you did lose your home. You want to tell us a little bit about it, and then we'll just put some pictures up. With your permission, we have permission to post the pictures.
Yes, yes, you
Thank
do.
you, thank you. Okay, want to make sure because I know you send them everything, but we got to cover our asses, like they say in New York City Transit, right? So,
Yes.
Hmm. Hmm.
so go ahead, tell us a little bit about your story. What happened?
So Monday of last week at about 6:30, my daughter's on the second floor. I'm sorry, she's on the first floor. I'm on the ground floor, and she had smelled the smoke. She had started seeing the fire like next to the window by where the wall is. So she yelled fire. We're thinking it's something she may have cooked that left in the stove, or we didn't really think it was anything. So she goes and she sees by the window, the crack of the window sill and the wall. She starts seeing flames. Obviously, her first instinct is to yell. We go upstairs to her room. I'm sorry, to her apartment, and my son takes water and throws it, thinking maybe it was a flame from somewhere else. We didn't really know where it came from. It was an odd place to have a fire.
Mm,
Um, then it just came on. I ran to the backyard to see, and all you see is just smoke and flames. And somebody had already called 911 from across the street from where we live, because we're by a hotel. So someone had called. They just didn't know where the fire was.
someone saw the flames. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the smoke, because I didn't realize how much smoke there was, because it was in the wall where it happened. You couldn't see the
Mm,
fire unless you got really close. It was just smoke throughout the house, through the second and third floor.
okay.
And we finally flagged them down, but I had already called 911, but they were already on their way regardless. The firefighters came. They instantly just started knocking down the wall. I took all my children, yelled for everybody, get what you can, come out. Unfortunately, my daughter on her first floor she has a Doberman, and she froze up and she didn't want to leave the apartment. So they put her in a room with her doggy and told her that she can stay there. Unless it got really bad, they were gonna take her out through the window. The third floor also, they started knocking everything down. The fire actually stopped. The firemen were coming out, and then all of a sudden you hear there's another fire. So they
Oh,
went back in, but this time they demolished everything. We start seeing the walls, and that fire was a little bit bigger than the first fire. Um, because they stood there a little longer and it just took them a little while longer to take down that fire. That's when they went up to the third floor. They ripped that whole side. They went down to my apartment where my room was, and they ripped up, the whole wall just to make sure that there's no more fire that's, traveling or anything. My kids got out safely. It's my mom's and dad's house, so they live there as well.
you're gonna
My
put
dad,
the pictures. I'm sorry. You could tell us like what, but this is the kitchen, I believe. This is your
that's where
kitchen, or
it started. My daughter's apartment.
okay? Was that an electrical fire,
Yes, it
or
was a
it's still
small.
under investigation?
No, they determined it was an electrical fire. The
Mm.
person who came in and said that the wiring, it looked like it was like over 40 years old, and they found something in the wiring, a color that they said that's where it sparked from. And they're gonna do X-rays on it, and they were gonna do the investigation.
Oh, got the other pictures, Blunt?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Roberto Martinez, our depot chairman at Gleason, he said that you would want to come on because you wanted to say something to the people that so far have helped you.
Yes,
And this is where
that's my bedroom.
that's your bed. Yeah, I mean, when the fire department comes in,
They don't
they,
play,
they
and
don't.
they have to do that though,
Yeah, they have
because
to break
they got
everything.
to make sure everything is snuffed out. Otherwise, you get what happened to you is the fire comes right back.
Yeah.
So they don't play. They damage everything.
So, how many children do you have? You said your children.
I have four that are reside with me in the same ground floor, and then my oldest daughter who resides on the first floor with her
So you
So,
parents.
guys were displaced from this because of this.
Yes, yeah, they said that we had to vacate. It was unsafe because also with the water damage, as you can see, that's the ceiling.
let's see.
Um, so we're not able to go back. Also, it's just there's no power. We have no gas because it had to be all cut off.
The windows
Wow.
probably they broke too, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah. So you can't stay there. So you said that you have a spot now where you're at for now.
Yes, we're staying at a hotel. So again, because it's my parents' home, and my parents were homeowners, and I'm my mother's caretaker, they were able to put us in a hotel, until construct until we can get back into the home.
Okay.
So what the hotel they have? Can you stay there for a while, or you have to keep bouncing from hotel to hotel?
We were bouncing from hotel to hotel the last couple of days. We finally got settled in the hotel that we're going to be staying. They gave us until I believe the ending of this month. If it needs to be extended, they'll extend it. But as we were bouncing in the beginning, we had to pay out of pocket. The insurance, the way I guess the way they made it seem is because it's my parents' home. They only had covered my parents. They didn't want to cover me and my children. So I had to pay out of pocket for the hotel. And my mom advocated saying that because I was her caretaker and I was taking care of her, I take her to appointments, make sure that she's okay. They agreed to, just give us an extra room that we can uh stay in.
Okay.
So I mean, because I remember when I during my divorce, I lost my house and everything. I had to jump from hotel to hotel for a little while until I found an extended stay, which is kind of like they did me like you. They give you a month, but then if you need to extend it, you just keep extending, which is a load off your shoulders when you don't know where you're gonna go. So
And when you have children, how old are
yeah.
your children?
I'm sorry. They are 23, 19, 17, and 12.
Okay, so I mean, you got pretty much grown kids besides the 12, but back in the
So they could
days.
get around. They could help you. Yeah.
Yeah, 12-year-olds back in the day was pretty much grown for us, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you pretty much. I mean, that's a little bit easier. It's not easy in any way, but it's just a little bit easier knowing that they're grown, that they're not little kids, you know. So it's a little bit trying to
Like a
say,
relief, kind of.
yeah, like it's kind of yeah, you know. It's not. I'm not trying to diminish
Well,
the
it's not a baby that you have to
yeah,
be.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
no,
not a
I
baby.
take to school, make
but
sure
it will
Yeah,
be so
so
difficult.
yeah, it'll be
They're going to
completely
school too now, right? So they're in
yes,
school, so that you have
yeah.
time to do more things. Let me ask you, because I know someone did a GoFundMe, which we're going to be posting to hopefully other people can help you out. But besides the GoFundMe, that because I've been out this weekend, so I don't know what's going on in our depot. But anybody have anything as far as donate clothing for the
I
children for
I
you?
had Cherry, Miss Cherry. She
Okay,
gave me some stuff for the kids. I'm so grateful to her. She's reached out. We've spoken a lot. She's also been an ear that I can go to. Sometimes I just need to vent. It had been overwhelming the last couple of days, and I had spoken to her.
okay,
And she's been there. I've had other women from the union office as well reach out. Amazing, the women's committee in the union are amazing as well. I've had other individuals here and there also reach out when it comes to clothing. Um, I didn't in the beginning want to too much because I didn't know where we were going to stay. We were still bouncing from place to place, but now I believe we settled in, so it'll just be easier. For those that did want to donate any clothing that have reached out, like it'll be easier now.
okay, great. That's awesome. So we're gonna post
and that's good
our
because we've been
yeah,
talking about the changing the culture at the depot on the depot level, and this is like
yeah.
a good start to it. You know, even though it's a tragic, but just people come together and help a fellow operator out. You know, that's a good start, and I'm glad to hear that the women's committee jumped right to it. Shout out to Cherry.
Uh,
Cherry.
yeah, Jerry. So there's nothing like in the depot to have set up. Like if we talk about it, or other people that might be in the area that could bring clothes, like size, or you're good with that.
Rob has all the information. Our union chair, our union at the depot has the information. Again,
Okay.
also the women's committee at Gleason. I also did provide them some the information as well.
Okay,
Um,
so they're passing it along. Okay, that's good.
yes, yes,
Rob told me to tell you to make sure you give him a give him a
yes.
shout out.
The Martinez. I initially, when I spoke to him, I did
Freaking
say,
Rob, man.
nothing. I felt a little embarrassed asking for help, and but he's been a big help. He kind of started guiding me through it. So I thank you, Rob.
Shout out to Rob Martinez. He's the
Mhm.
newest depot chairman at Jackie Gleason Depot.
And he's
He,
being
he
heavily
loves
watched.
attention. He just loves that attention. Okay, so we're gonna put this is we'll
The
put
link
the
is there for
link.
the. It's
You
there.
put the link?
The
Okay,
GoFundMe is there.
this what it's gonna look like, folks. If you want to help out Miss Janai. Janai? Janai?
Good
Jesus
night.
Christ. Janai.
Yeah.
Because being Hispanic, I want to read it in Hispanic way,
Hmm.
but then
And
like
you're
maybe I'm
saying
wrong.
Spanish
It's
is Janai.
Janai. Right.
Janai in
Because
Spanish.
we have a friend whose name is spelled
Oh God.
Zenaida. So when you and I, being Hispanic, read it, we're gonna say Zenaida.
Mm-hmm.
She's not. No, it's
No.
Zenaida.
She's adamant about that.
Yeah,
No,
no, it's
it's
not
Nate.
Zenaida, is it? I said okay.
Shout out to
So
Z.
to Zenaida. All right, so folks, if you're watching, the goal is I don't have my reading glasses. I'm sorry.
5400.
Okay, no, but the goal 9.
Oh, 20. Oh, no, yeah, 9K.
9. Okay, so folks, we're trying to get to 9. We could get over that, please.
We can
Share
do it.
this out.
You can do that easy. You should be able to do
Yeah, help out whatever you can give. Let's help her out because this is, it's one of us. It's one of us. So there's no reason why we can't help. I'm trying to take it out. I can't take it on the screen no more.
I got it. I'll take it on. Because you got to go back to
Yeah, it just
layers.
it's something with this mouse right now. The mouse, I'm clicking it and it's not working for me.
Sorry. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so the link is up. You said
The link is up in the chat.
link is up in the chat in the comments, folks. So you could just tap on that link and
Donate whatever you can. Doesn't have to be $1 million. Although that
yeah.
would be
A million would be set. Maybe
great.
she could help us out. She gets a million. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I am grateful for anything. It's whether it's a dollar. I know people are also going through hardship themselves. So, anything to me, me and my family are grateful for. Just we're not hoping for anything grand, but just like I said, anything. Thank you. Whether it's prayers, whether it's someone that says I hope everything goes well. It's all important to me.
So Stacy, she's gonna answer you when she's done. All right. Because Stacy's asking how many female and male children and what sizes. So you can answer her later in the comments.
So we're just gonna put you. Sorry to put you up on the screen, but you wanted to say something to the people, so you know you're
Yeah.
fine. You know, you're
Here's your spotlight, so you
yeah.
can say what
So
you got to say.
you wanted to say something to people, but you said that you couldn't do it one by one. So Rob Martinez again. Shout out to Rob. Told her to come here and say what she got to say. So go ahead.
I want to say thank you to those individuals that donated, sent prayers, reached out. It's everything's really overwhelming, and I'm sorry if I don't reach back out. Sometimes it's just I'm just everywhere. But thank you, really, from me and my family. We are grateful for everything, anything. I know a lot of reached out for clothing. Just it's just thank you seriously from the bottom of my heart. Um, just thank you to everybody. Thank you for your help. Thank you for your support. Whether it's just being there, sometimes I have to vent, and those women that I vented to, thank you for being there for me.
All
All
right.
right.
So
So with that, we're gonna kind of like shift gears here.
yeah, and Miss
You can
Janai,
stay, yeah,
you
stay with us and
just hang out.
join the conversation, as our tagline says,
Yeah,
because
because you
we
definitely could talk about the same thing that we're gonna talk about.
right.
I know. Yeah.
So
Does
good.
she say she's ready? Miss
Give us
Cadillac,
a
are
thumb up.
you
Give us a
ready, Miss
thumbs
Cadillac?
up, Miss Cadillac, if you're ready to come on.
If you're ready, give us a thumbs up. Are you ready to come on? Okay. Okay, so let's bring her out and then she'll we'll do the what do you call it?
What?
What do you call it?
What?
I'm
Introduction?
just introduction, yes.
Oh,
So welcome to the show, Miss Cadillac.
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 Yes,
Miss Cadillac. Did you say
Cadillac.
Cadillac? Yes. So we're gonna put you on the screen. We want you to give your real introduction, where you're from, where you work out, and how long you've been there.
Okay. All right. So, again, my name is Cadillac. I'm here in Anchorage, Alaska. I work for the municipality. The company is called People Mover, and we're a transit system here in Anchorage, the biggest city as far as population in Alaska. So we have everything. It's a very diverse community. We have Alaska Native. We have Hispanics. Me being a African American and half Hispanic Puerto Rican
Get that out.
person, I embrace both sides. However, usually I'm just a black lady, which is okay. So,
First thing they
for
see.
people who don't know, but we have everything here. It's one of the most and I know you guys being from New York, you think you're diverse. Like people don't even know that there are different cultures here in Alaska. So I
Mm.
deal with all people. I am a transit operator here. I've been working for People Move. I've been a driver for about 15 years. I was a Class A driver, so never did the ice roads, but I did do
Mm.
um, pick up drop offs. I worked for Carlisle Transportation, and I did that for a while. So I've been at People Mover for about 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Right.
3 years over here. Over here, you. So, will you be considered a rookie where you're at?
I don't, as far as dealing with people, yeah, because usually I'm by myself. So, um, I'm the kind of transit operator. I'm a good driver, and we have a lot of problems as far as the road.
Mm.
It snows crazy, so I'm constantly dealing with snow and the other drivers versus and the elements, and then
Mm.
you got the people. Most of the people that I on and
There we
off,
go.
easy,
Oh, she must
easy.
be going through a
And
bad
then you
area.
have, the homeless population. We have a high homeless population here.
Really?
Um, and we're all in one area. We're not spread out. We don't have all these boroughs and,
Hmm.
parishes and stuff like that. So you got everything. And
Hmm.
the type of transit, I'm not really people know where they're going. I'm not a really talker. I just like to get people where they go and then move on. As a matter of fact, I don't even like people to stop and talk. Usually I say have a seat and I'll talk to you, or you better tell me right now, and then keep it moving, because I feel like that area is the most dangerous place for me.
Hmm.
Mm.
And if they
Hmm.
do start talking, I ask them to step off the bus and we have a conversation like that.
Do you work like what? What hours do you work?
I just changed it, but I was working early morning from I started at about 6:30, and then I did a split. So I leave at about 11, and then I come back at about 4, 3, and then I'm off at about 8.
Oh,
So
So
you said
now I'm doing evening.
it's a
you
long
said
day.
you're Puerto Rican and African American, right?
I am. I am.
Okay, so they say that people move to Alaska is usually people that want to get away from something.
That's right.
So, you care to share or anything? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to
Well,
share.
Do you?
I'm a serial killer, and I'm running from the no. No, 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 no. I'm a little bit more conservative. I like a
Mhm.
conservative state.
Have you been to
I'm
New
not
York?
I don't uh
Have you ever been to New York?
I love New York. I love the food. But I got to get out of there. I
Okay, so
like to
you've
go.
been
I like
here.
to eat. Oh yeah. Oh
So been
yeah. I
here, and
love it.
how many years you been there in Anchorage?
I've been there maybe
No,
like
no. Where you're at now? How long you been there?
almost 20 years.
In Alaska.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so you will be a person that you can compare as
Yeah.
far as uh let's stick with the transit
Right.
Yeah.
part of it. As far
Yeah.
as let's start with the customers. As far as the kind of customers that you saw here as a bus operator, correct? Did you drive here
No, I never worked as a bus operator
in New
in
York?
New
Mm.
York. I was
Okay.
just, a kid. I rode transit, like the metro and stuff like that, but I never, um, I never worked as a driver in New York. It's not necessary. I didn't feel like living in New York. I needed a car. You know what I'm saying? It was just
Mm.
everything was so accessible, and driving a car in New York where I lived, it's stupid. I would never do it.
We had the same thought, Blunt. There's
Yeah.
a friend of ours asking, "Can you get alcapurrias in Alaska?
Huh?
Can you get alcapurrias in Alaska?"
No, not good ones, because the Puerto Rican, Mexican, anything where you came from here is because everything is shipped. We don't. I
Right.
mean, you can't get. I mean, you can make arroz con pollo, maybe.
So
Really good. Other
so the
than
cost
that,
of living is high, correct? Over
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of like Hawaii.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
the cost of living, like eggs and milk, it's not too crazy because you have local people.
Mm.
But
Right.
you so we adapt. Nothing's crazy, and it depends on where you're at. I'm in Anchorage. This is a big place, a
Mm.
lot of people, so they're gonna make it easier for you to get what you need. Now if I lived in Fairbanks or somewhere up more, everything goes higher because it's less people.
Okay. So the
Mhm.
people that you deal with now as a bus operator, what name some of the main issues that you have?
Okay, so when you said in the beginning, you said a lot of people are from other states and they're running from something, right?
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
come here and they come to the
Mhm.
city. So you have
Mhm.
a lot of people, that maybe they had a lot of problems in
Mm-hmm.
Los Angeles, and they're ex gangbanger, and they're trying to hide. You have
Mm-hmm.
people like that. You have these people in the woods that live in other states that get kicked out
Mm-hmm.
of their state. They come here. You got to remember, you have that. You have a lot
Mm-hmm.
of sex offenders here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the
Mm-hmm.
highest. If you're a woman, this is the high, because the ratio, men and women are different too.
Oh,
So
Is he?
oh yeah, for every one woman, there's like 10 men. So that you have to take that
Oh,
into
damn. Yeah.
account
You hear
also.
that, ladies?
Um,
no, you hear that, Blunt?
I
Not
mean, it could
me,
be good and
ladies.
bad. I'm not sure.
No, for every woman. You could
Yeah,
go.
it's 10 guys to a
Yeah.
woman. Why would I want to go there?
Well, that's a lot of competition. That's right. So
Yeah,
10 guys.
exactly.
So,
The women, the
but you
ladies
say
go
you're
there.
zaddy, so you can go there and knock them out.
Right.
I mean, it's right down your screen. The zaddy. So you know, you like step aside.
No, man.
So
No,
anyway,
It's too
we
yeah.
cold
have
up there for me.
people that are scared to be on the road. So
Yeah.
in the wintertime, we have a lot of people that prefer to take the transit. So we have people from, that own homes and like live good. They have a car, but they choose to take the safer route, which the bus is always safer
No,
than driving your actual
it's
car.
is uh can they is carrying legal out there?
Yes, everybody has a firearm. Everybody,
Yeesh.
everybody. But remember, and you
What's up,
don't need a
Nori?
what do you psychological. I can go in a pawn shop as long as you're not a convicted felon. Okay.
Okay.
You can go into a pawn shop. You can go to the gun show. We are very gun. I got like 2 ARs. I have 4 or 5 shotguns. I have like 6 handguns in my house.
Yeesh.
I am
So
very,
there's not
very,
a lot
very
of armed crime out there, I would say, because
wrong,
No,
wrong,
really, I mean, because
it's
you
wrong,
know
usually
that
it's
wrong.
usually the
everybody's
No,
opposite.
carrying.
It's
gosh,
usually the opposite. Yeah.
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 We have the police kill you out here all the time. It's not people that look like me that get killed.
Mm.
Wow.
They high speed chase the other day. People the just people get killed all the time. We're all in one little area. I can walk.
That's crazy.
I can get on a bike and ride through my whole city on a bike
Wow.
right now.
Mm.
Maybe it'll take me maybe a half a day because I'm kind of slow, but it's we're all in one area,
Right.
like small.
That's
So
crazy. I would think it would be less because knowing that everybody's carrying, you don't want
they
to take
don't
a
care.
chance.
No,
So
no,
it's
and
like
that's why
whoever
the police
goes
the
first.
police are extra scared. So if you
Right.
look, and we kind of cocky too, kind of like a Texan, but we know the laws, and the police don't even approach an Alaskan the same way they do in New York. How they talk in New York, the police, incredible, incredible. The police, ma'am, they don't even come up to the car. They go over here and they're waiting because it's a different, and I like it that way because it gives both people get respect. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying?
I see.
Um, but I don't have any issues with the police. The police are awesome out here. They don't, I don't ever have any issues. But they will shoot you, and the person with the gun will shoot the police. Because they feel like they have the right. Oh, you.
Wow.
Um,
It, it,
well,
it's a different.
I heard that the native Alaskans or Native Americans that they're very racist out there.
Against white people mostly.
Right.
I don't
Right.
I hardly ever have the tension is between them, not the
Right.
black person.
And
So
it's
or the person of color, the person
right.
that looks black, because
Right.
they don't understand that. So we get further here than I feel like New York. You
Down
know what I
here
mean? Like
in
soon
the
as I
lower
got
states.
I don't feel racism, and other people I mean, it's not just white people that are racist. I
Hmm.
understand, but
Are
them
they
having
openly racist? Like out
No,
here,
no,
if
no,
I'm
no,
not
no, 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 no,
racist,
no, no, no.
okay,
So the people here, because we're kind of loners, this is most of the years, in the winter, it's dark, so it, gosh, it's so much stuff. It's so hard to explain.
okay,
You do have racism, but they're so far away. I don't care what you think. You know what I'm saying? I don't see you. I don't,
okay.
I
Right.
don't, it's a conservative. They live up in the mountain. I don't see where they come. And when they come here, they act right. You know why?
Right.
Because all the people that you don't like are carrying. So you're going to
Hmm.
watch your mouth. So it's
So how
different.
does that feel as a bus operator when people come in on the bus? Everybody's. Do you have an
Strap.
issue where they come in? Do you have? Can I get a ride? Do you get that, or do they just walk in, or how is that part? The paying of the
Everybody,
fare.
everybody pays on our public transit. There's a sign above the head. If you don't have $2, now listen. And I'm a little bit different. The community knows the driver. Okay. After
Mhm.
a while, they get on the same people. So they see the driver and they just either tell, nah, I'll catch the next one, because they know,
They know. Yeah.
they know, nah, she ain't gonna let me
Not
do
with
it.
this one. Okay.
Hmm.
Or me a little bit. If you waste my time, you're not riding. So if you get on immediately, look, I don't have the money, man. I'm trying to, and I don't care about your story. Tell me what you want, and I make the decision. Most of the time, I allow the person to ride, just because that's the type of operator I am. Woman, man, a child, any child that don't look over 25, I let them ride. The people that I don't let ride, that get up here doing this, yeah,
So
I
the
know I got
Macarena.
it.
They do the
Yep, and
Macarena
you've
looking.
wasted my time.
Yeah.
Step off the bus. And I never tell anybody they're not gonna ride. I say, step off the bus for me. Step off the bus for me. And I
That's a
just
good
close the
tactic.
door, drive off. Or, and if they don't have it and I have a line, I ask them to step off the bus, find your money, and then let all the other people, because they're ready.
Hmm.
And then at the end, we'll discuss, what's gonna happen.
That's a little sweaty, man. It's like
Yeah.
telling somebody to get,
Uh,
especially like
You
here.
you
The
can
only
do that?
no, well, we are
in
we've
strip.
had we've had a death some years back, so it's like we are told by union we do not tell people to pay the fare. They want us to tell people to pay the fare, but we're not doing that. So if they walk in, they walk in.
Yeah.
But we
Now,
we,
if
we do
they're
have some
aggressive,
operators that are, well, like you said, will be aggressive.
yeah,
They'll be like, no, no,
yeah.
no, pay your fare, or get off my bus.
Right.
And
No, 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 no. And
yeah,
I don't say that. I don't
mm,
say that. I say, step off the bus for me. Step off. I never say, no, you're not going to
Mhm.
ride. So they don't
Good.
know what. Sometimes I tell them to step off the bus, and then after everybody, I let them on. So you don't know. I'm unpredictable, and
okay.
sometimes I tell them to step off the bus. I close the door, but the issue is they're in that area. Remember, in my
Yeah,
mind, I feel like this is my area. I'm
but
Right.
safe.
They
they
know.
they're packing. Don't you worry that
Are you
on
guys allowed
another
to
trip they
carry?
could be watching out for you and stuff? It's like, oh, you took me off the bus, I'll catch you the next
Right.
trip.
I got
You
it.
Right.
don't worry about that?
No.
Do you
No.
guys are you guys allowed to carry while you're on duty?
That was my next question.
My bad.
You can't answer that?
We'll
Well, if you're not allowed, you can say you're not allowed.
Look,
we'll we'll skip that
something
question.
happened. The policy is
What's the
that we
policy?
cannot have a
Okay.
firearm on the
Okay.
bus.
Okay.
Right. However,
No, no, no. However,
I have
let's
I
just
have
leave
a
it at
dri- I
let
that.
us
have a
know
dri-
who's
there
watching.
there's a driver that wears a bulletproof vest every day.
Oh,
No joke. We have a driver that
Jesus.
does that.
We have an operator saying, asking this.
Go
What do you do when they just walk by you without saying anything?
ahead. It depends. If they're crazy, I let it go. My pride, I don't care. This is not my bus.
Okay.
This is not my
Right.
you know, if I can control the situation, I can control if they just walk on and they're crazy, and I can't beat up a man. I'm not gonna try. I'm
You're
not
blunt.
gonna,
She sounds like a New York bus operator.
yeah,
That's a
I'm
New
not
York
gonna.
City.
I'm gonna let
She
him
could
on,
easily be
but
out here.
no, 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 no. But I'm gonna remember him. So if I
Mhm.
see him by himself, he's aggressive. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna do what. I'm gonna do. Yeah, yo no vi nada. I didn't see it.
Look the other way. Hey, look at somebody
I don't know
else.
what happened. What happened? So
It's cold
anyway,
out there, right there.
Listen, I've
nah,
had
free,
I've
free.
had that issue, and I just I thought you were like
Yeah,
it
yeah,
should be the
yeah,
next
yeah. I
time.
don't know. I
I'm
thought it
sorry, I thought
said
you was
go,
waving hello, so I
go.
waved.
I waved back.
What
Didn't you
what
see me?
what other issues do you deal with as a bus operator? How about in the depot, or you call them depots or garages over there?
The garage,
So
probably.
what kind of issues do you deal with in the garage? How's the your coworker? How is that
Camaraderie. How's the camaraderie
camaraderie?
in there?
How is that?
I don't really talk to anybody.
If somebody says that
I
you
clock
sound New
in.
Yorker
No, I
ish.
never. I don't say anything. I don't care. They have cookies and cakes. I never eat it. I never, because it's politics in there. I don't like the vibe. I just,
You do your
there
work
are a
and go
few.
home.
There's a few drivers that I talk to.
Mhm.
The other drivers, I'm friendly because they make a problem out of you if you too uppity or something. Then they're gonna make an issue. However, so if they come in, they're like, "Hi," I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" And keep moving. I never stop. I never stop and stand there and talk about. I
Dude,
don't
this
care
girl's
what you
from New
got going on.
York, man.
No, I don't care about you.
She
Yeah,
is New
yeah.
York.
They try
She's
to
New York.
Hey,
tell you
anybody
what's
that's
going
watching this, she's from
She's from
Anchorage,
Brooklyn.
on.
Alaska.
She's
All
from
right.
Brooklyn, y'all. She
Oh,
No,
said
I'm not.
Anchorage,
No,
but she's
I swear
Brooklyn.
oh,
I'm
some
not.
people might be saying, look, they see the snow in the back. Hey, it's been snowing in New York. She's from New York. You people saying she's from Anchorage. Bullshit.
Anchorage. It's
She's,
snowy. I
she's from
swear. I
Queens.
promise.
It's
It's
snowing here too. Believe it or not, we had some snow last night. This morning,
man.
yeah.
But
So
Janai, if you have any questions, you could jump in. You don't have to,
yeah, Janai, and you want to share any issues you've had? Now
Yeah,
we
you
got a
could jump
female
in.
operator.
I mean, I love hearing what she was saying. It's really much like, I think if we can do what she was doing, I think we will all do that.
That's a good. That's
Uh,
a good point. Well, she
What do
was
you mean?
the way you handle these
yeah,
customers that don't pay. You don't like be
oh,
like you're not
training is
paying.
different out
Yeah,
there.
you're not paying. You just say step off the bus. So they
Yeah.
don't really know what you're gonna do, which
They
is a
don't know
good
what
way.
I'm unpredictable. You
Yeah,
don't
that's
know
a
what
good
I'm gonna
way.
do. And then you want to do what I say because I might let you on. So it's
Right.
really, here.
Yeah,
I
they'll
might, you
walk
don't know
in.
what you got. And then I'm looking at your attitude. I'm watching you,
Uh,
even though you don't see me looking. I'm looking, is he crazy? Do he look like he got somewhere to go? What do I feel? Like is this spiritual? What am I feeling? Do I want to help him? Maybe I'm talking to God, like what, whatever it is.
Depressing.
I'm,
Someone says
I'm,
it's that
I'm, I'm,
depressing in Alaska.
I don't know what that.
Depressing.
um,
I no, I've heard
Yes,
of things.
yes, yes,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yes, it is. So sometimes
Oh,
Oh, we
what
lost her.
happened? We lost her.
She'll come back on. Cadillac, come back.
Oh,
You probably hit the
I
wrong
think
button.
I think the union's watching. The union said, "No, it's enough for that."
Someone said,
So
"Look, Damien says Anchorage Avenue, Brooklyn."
you know what I'm saying?
Yo, she really does sound like she's from out here, from New York.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely
Let's hope
crazy.
she comes back on. I hope I hope there's no issues. But yeah, this is interesting. What else can we?
I mean, she made a good point though, right? Like with how she's handling some of the customers. I don't know
But what
about.
Janai says that if we could get away with that, but she could definitely not get away with that here, though. You
Yeah,
know, or
I
her
don't,
way of being. I don't think it will work here because they come in, they be like, "Can I get a ride?" No, you can't. Step up my bus. Fuck you, biatch. I ain't paying. And they walk in, and that's it.
mhm. I mean, I'd be nervous to death about knowing that everybody's packing.
Yeah, man. I realize my bus will be the free bus in Alaska. Boop.
But like she says, also people pick and choose who they feel they can go on and be
Hmm.
disrespectful to, and who they actually can't.
So
Sean,
she's not.
we're gonna
Sean,
ask
yeah,
that, Sean.
yeah, she's on. I had to ask. I'll put it up on the screen. Go ahead, you read it, Blunt.
Well, it says, "Oh, I wonder." So one of the misfits asks, "I wonder if they have cameras on and around your buses."
So,
every
by the way,
bus, every
since you
bus has
said
a
that,
camera. Every bus,
okay,
same bus that you drive, we drive. Same thing.
since you said misfits, misfits is a term, a dear endearment, a name that we picked that someone gave us in our group, Next Bus Please, where we're called misfits. So when you're part here, you become a misfit. So you're a misfit right now.
Hmm.
Misfits. So you're a
she's
misfit.
she's our first Alaskan misfit. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and we have other drivers that want to do this.
Hey,
I said I
Awesome.
would do it. We got another. His name is Derek, and he's from Los Angeles, and he
Beautiful.
mm,
drives. He's like 6 foot. He's like huge. This guy is huge, but the way he runs his bus is totally different. Like he's so different than me, but it works.
So you don't
You
have a
know,
training that you go through? Like we go through
we do,
training like every
we do.
year. They tell us
No,
how to
every year.
de yeah,
mm,
how to de-escalate.
No,
Every year we got to go to
no.
schoolroom. We see videos every other year where they show us videos of people almost getting hit or accidents.
Oh,
Yeah, we get trained. We get taken on the road every 2 years to see how a drive-in is. Still, it's very strict there in
wow,
New York. So there's a lot of things
wow.
that you're getting away with that we would not be
yeah.
able to get away because here it's customers first. It's service
Regulate.
first.
But we
Right.
also get
Wow. Yeah,
rides from
it
Biki, so
it's
Yeah.
here
We get
too.
what?
It's here
we also
too.
get rides.
It's here.
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
what did
Janai?
she say?
We also get rides from like Biki, so that's something that I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you guys do that where you have somebody from supervision come on the bus and just see that you're working or how you're working, that you're following rules.
See if you have your seatbelt on. If they catch you, how's the rules of the phones,
And
cell
to you,
phones?
she said yes to your question.
No, I've never seen a supervisor. Maybe in the beginning when you first start driving, yeah,
So
but
you're under a year. We have a year probation. How about you?
probably probation a year, 90 days, 90 days probation.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
So
nice.
you're not a rookie. Like I was like here, we have a year probation where you're basically under MTA's hands. If you screw up big, you're fired.
You're
You can't
fired.
do nothing.
Yeah, yeah, you're fired.
So
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
hit
wait a year.
something. Yeah, you're fired.
So
Yeah,
with you is
a
90
year is a
days.
long time.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably
a year's a
probably
long
about
time because
90. I
you're
know it's
so
not a year.
nervous.
That's crazy.
Ah,
Yeah, that's crazy. A year. That's a lot.
it's a
Yeah, that's
year.
a
They have
lot.
to make sure that you have both hands on the wheel. Over here, a yellow light is a red light for us. If
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
if we have a
red.
supervisor on
You
the bus,
supposed.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're supposed to like slow down, ready to stop because it's about to turn red.
She
So
like
don't
Yeah,
take
but
that.
that yellow
sometimes,
light.
Mira, listen.
Mira.
Sometimes you can't stop. You're on ice. You're on
Oh
Oh,
ice.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
in the
that's a different
municipality.
circumstance.
Yeah, we're driving. You got to pay. Matter of fact, when I go when I'm stopped at a light. When I go, I wait. I pause like it's okay. So red light, green light. I wait. Maybe count to about 10. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Somebody's
these
sliding
idiots.
by.
Yes, so they sliding. These people are sliding by. In their car. They can't stop. I'm watching them. They're on the hill. They can't stop. They're flying and they can't stop. I've seen it over and over. They do it all the time. Even a little bit. Even if I think, my timing, I'm like, okay, 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 I'm gonna make it. But they're gonna hit the side of the bus
Uh,
because still, even though I have the right of way, man, it's half of this
that's
job is
crazy.
you got to be a psychic because
Have you
the
been in
other
Mm-hmm.
any
people
kind of accidents?
never.
Oh,
I've
well,
never
Yeah.
been. I've
knock on
never
wood.
been in one accident. And
Yeah.
remember, I'm a Class A driver also, so I work for Carlisle. I'm hauling stuff, on
Okay.
Mm.
ice. And
We
I'm
hold things
local.
too. We hold ass all day long.
Yeah.
Asses. Ooh, MTN might
I
be
know,
watching.
Greg.
I didn't mean it. I was
Uh,
Wait,
joking.
I have a question. What did you start? What's your start paying rate? What do they start
uh,
you at?
it changes. It changed over the years because when
Yeah.
Pete started, it was different for him than it was for me.
Yeah. I think mine was like what, five and change, I think it
Yeah,
was.
and when I started, it was $16 an hour.
Yeah. And
What about
also,
now?
Now it's like in the 20s or something like that.
well,
Like
Janai, you
20.
have 5 years. How was it when you came in?
I believe it was close to like 25.
You see, like
Yeah, I know.
25.
Okay.
Now our top salary, I believe, right now is 41, almost 42.
Wow,
After
that's
after
But that's
good.
5 years. When
after
I
five.
came in, it was
It was
three.
three. Right. It was
One
three
year
for me
Three
also.
probation,
what?
3 years.
23?
No, three
Oh,
years to get top pay.
okay.
So
Wow,
after
that's that's good.
we got 1 year that we're
Probation.
under probation, and
Hmm.
then at 3 years we make top pay. The people that are coming in starting, I think, last year or the year
No,
before that,
no, it was more because
there's
I'm
more.
still like, yeah, because I had to wait 5 years for top
So
pay.
you're
5 years.
tier
Yeah.
six.
I think
Yeah.
mine was
Wow.
like I think a year before where it had started or within that same year.
Yeah, but she's 5 years, so she's definitely tier six.
Tier six. So
Def-
about
Right.
5 years back, they changed it to 5 years before you make top pay.
That's
Right. So,
awesome.
so
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Cadillac, we have different tiers. Like the very first people that no longer in transit no more. They were tier one, and then
Yeah,
they negotiated contracts, and after a couple of years, you had tier two. When me and Pete came in, we was on tier four,
yeah.
and then they kind of screwed everybody else after that and put them on tier six and gave them. They extended
All
their
your perks.
yeah, they
Yeah.
changed
Yeah.
everything for them and made it longer times to get top pay, longer times to retire. They kind of screwed them big time.
ATNYC set around 28 now, so that's
Yeah, look
starting
at that.
salary now about
Okay.
30.
Yeah,
28,000.
that's pretty good. That's pretty
So,
good.
So
what's your
how's the
top
union?
salary where
Oh,
you're
sorry,
at?
again.
Or
Yeah.
So the union is pretty good. We just got security. So what that means is there are people that work for the bus company that get on the bus, just ride around, or they're at the stop. So if we have an incident, the security can get there, because we do have stuff where people freak out, they start fighting, or they beat up each other, or you know um uh, uh just accident and somebody's like falling out the car, like security. So we just got that 2 years ago, but before we were on our own. So
Mm.
I think the union fought to get us that. Also, if before, if somebody come on the bus and they want to fight you just off the street, y'all start fighting. The person who tried to fight you, they get out the next day. So it's like fighting somebody on the street, like we're somebody on the street.
Mm.
Now if you attack a bus operator, and this happened this year, no, not this year, last year, the 2024, it's like it's a federal crime. It's like putting
I
your
hear
hands
what
on a
you're saying.
police officer, which is
Mm.
new. So we
You know how
haven't
much?
how, do,
had,
how does
You
that
know how
work?
much time? How much time they get for? Or
I
they
don't
actually?
know, because we haven't had anybody yet. But I mean, if you just and I know drivers that have gotten attacked, the person is you out after that. They put you on a list where you can't ride the bus, but it's so cold out here, they're all covered up. I don't know who the beat up dude is. I don't
Mm.
know,
Sweet.
if that's the guy, whoever's paying is getting on the bus.
I hear it's
So
7 years.
um
7 years supposedly if
yeah,
they
yeah,
attack one
yeah.
of us.
So but I
We have
can't
a
be
question.
trying to
We have a
figure out if
question.
you on the list, huh?
I'm sorry. I have a question from before. He said that you got cut off and you didn't answer the question. Why is it so depressing in Alaska?
Okay,
By the way, I
so
want to go to Alaska for the Eagles. I've been
you
wanting to
gotta
go eagle watching. I've
you gotta
loved.
go. You gotta
Eagles?
come. You would like it. You
It's my
would. You
favorite
would.
animal. I would love
It's
to go
too
there
cold
just
for
to
And
go
me.
they're
to see
everywhere.
that.
Yeah,
I love
unless you have a small
the
dog,
bald
then you
eagle.
don't like it.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
because
no,
they will
Oh,
no,
they
take
come
your
get.
they will take your dog.
no
my
dogs, no dogs.
my dog's been gone for 3 days.
I'm
Um,
sorry. Go ahead.
so
Answer that question. Why? Yeah,
so
I want to know why is it so depressing.
What's the
so
person?
again, it's dark a lot for people who enjoy the sun. Like in New York or California or Florida.
You get longer
The
nights, right? The nights are
Yeah.
longer because of where you at.
Yes, yes.
Right.
So we might have 3 days of sunlight. It
Mhm.
affects you. It
Yeah.
affects your
The
your.
circadian
It's
rhythm. You don't know whether to sleep
yeah, yeah,
or stay
yeah.
awake.
So
Your body,
a,
yeah.
a lot of that, me being a lot of us out here aren't with our families. Like your mother, my mother doesn't live here. My father,
Mm.
even though he's gone, he wasn't from here. So you're just celebrating Christmas, you're celebrating, all this stuff. The food is different. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
you
Yeah,
can't
you
even
saw there's no
indulge in
alcapurrias
that.
over
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. So it's that in itself, especially people that like to be connected with other people. It's like living amongst a bunch of strangers. You kind of have to build your family from here, and sometimes that could be depressing.
So
Hmm.
let me ask you, what's the coldest it has ever been out there while you there?
It's so cold that I watch people's hair break off. Like this white lady we used to work with, she would take a shower in the morning. She did like this, and the whole hair came off, like like just broke, like a chicken or something, like some kind of some kind of
Candy or something? Yeah.
twig. Like it
Yeah.
was uncomfortable. it was
Like what do you call
so
like one of those ice
like
things?
45 below. Like it's
Ooh.
so cold the in your
45
nose.
below.
And it's not a cold like New York or
It's
Ohio
a
or
dry
something
cold.
like it's wet. It's almost
Right.
like a dry like go I'm
Dry
gonna tell
cold,
you,
yeah.
Alaska. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it's like. Go in your house. Do you got a deep freezer?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Take all that stuff out, get in it, and close the door.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Exactly.
bugging. You
it's in my
Get in
bugging.
it.
garage. I ain't getting in
That's
there.
Alaska.
You bugging.
So I've
Yeah.
seen
I
videos
get
where
it.
you
I
have
ain't
a
coming
cup of
out.
That's
water and you
it.
throw it into the air and it just turns into
Yep.
snow.
All that. All that. All that.
Yeah.
That's
All
cool.
that. All that. All
We're over
that.
here
Wow.
just talking about Alaska. We're supposed to talk
I
about all
know
the
we're not even talking
issues
about the
also,
Let's,
issue.
but we're having a
I
nice
But
time
mean,
because we're learning about something I've never
yeah.
known
real
And
before.
but
quick
it
though.
keeps the ice keeps you looking young too.
We
I'm
definitely
like
got to
six.
bring you,
I'm
yeah, because
I'm
it all
six. I'm
stretches. Just
65. I'm 65.
What?
Look.
wow,
No
No, I'm
way.
amazing.
not 65.
Oh, I'm about to say, yo, hold
I'm
on.
moving to
I'm
Alaska.
yeah, hell
I,
yeah, packing my
I'm
bags.
just kidding.
No
I'm
wonder
just
there's 10
kidding.
men to every
It
woman.
freezes everything.
Oh,
Huh?
Two
no wonder there's
transmissions
10
coming
men to
live
every
from
woman.
Alaska. Me and Pete in two big
Oh,
ass coats. Like, man, we're in
Yeah.
Alaska right now.
Yeah.
yeah. Does it do anything to your weight?
You get fat. Like, man, I'm the fattest I've
Because
ever
you ain't
been here.
squinting out
Oh
there.
God, I'm not walking. I
Do
take a
people go to the
man.
gyms out there?
I do. I have to go. If not, I would be big as a house. Yes. Yes, you have to go. You have to
So,
go.
so, so getting back to what we were supposed to be talking
Transit.
about,
Goes
you you
back
you,
into the
you
train. Yeah.
mentioned the ferry vaders, let's say.
Okay.
And at work, you said that's not that close. So you don't. I mean, with 3 years, you probably really just don't care, right? I mean,
I
until
don't.
you, yeah. I mean, I've been the same thing.
Do
I
you?
go in, I do my job. The people that I've gotten close with are very few, and I like sometimes to talk more to people. Like Miss Janai,
Israel, where you
when I
at?
see
Oh,
her, I
Israel,
see her
man.
like,
Yeah.
hey, good morning, hey, and it's like because everything's rush, rush, rush out here.
Uh-uh.
What do you
Uh-uh.
think we're
I
doing
say
here,
it when they
Israel?
leave. I say bye. Thank you. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah.
Thank you. Have a great day. But I never even say. I try. If they insist, look me in my eye and say hi, or if they say it again, hi, then hey, how's it
Mm.
going?
Do you have?
But
Do you
if
guys have barriers like keeping you
yeah,
separate from the
yeah, yeah,
public?
You
yeah,
do
Is
have
it
yeah.
full barriers
Plastic.
or is it? Can
why?
you? Can
I don't
Everybody's
know.
carrying. Why do you need? Is it bulletproof? Like, what would be
He
the
No,
said
sense?
plastic, bro.
They're not
I
gonna
don't
throw a
know.
punch at me. They're gonna shoot.
She
Like,
said
I would think,
plastic.
like,
They're gonna kill me. I
What?
yeah.
guess.
I'd be like, get that freaking barrier out of here for what I need
Nah.
it for. They're gonna
No,
shoot me.
some will fire back. I promise you. Some
Yeah, but
will.
I'm like, still,
Wow.
why
You
have
already
that
fired. You're
You
gonna be
gotta.
fired. You want to be fired and alive, or you want to be
alive?
fired
Right.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
You
Okay.
gotta send us a
seriously.
Right.
picture of your plastic barrel. We don't
Right.
know. We might have got it from Bobby's over here.
Right. Right. Right.
99
Bobby's is
cent.
a cheap
Right.
store out here where
Yeah.
everybody
Right.
could
The
go and
99-cent store.
and that's that stuff.
Yeah, we don't have that here. We don't have a 99-cent store in Alaska.
Of
They don't
course not.
exist.
It's so high.
No, it's just
You
not
pay for
enough.
milk,
It's so
eight
high to
dollars.
ship it here. To
How
ship
much
Right.
it
is
It
here.
milk?
costs too
eight
much.
dollars for a gallon of milk?
No, and you can
No,
get one for
Israel, that's
four. Four
really?
that's a
gallon. $4.
Yeah,
$4.
Perez.
I don't drink milk though.
To answer your
that's a
question,
hush hush
Perez,
issue. Yeah, that's a hush hush
operators
issue.
are not
Yeah.
No,
supposed to carry.
no,
According to they're
According to
no,
not
the
allowed to
policy,
carry.
you're
no.
not
It's
supposed to carry.
against the state municipality.
That's a
You
dispatcher, by the
cannot
way.
have
That's
it.
a dispatcher.
You
He might have
cannot
connections in
have it.
Alaska.
You cannot have it. No,
You cannot have.
Mm,
No.
no, no.
So
wow, that's it.
what else can we add? I mean, okay, what other issues do you deal with at you talk about the drivers, the streets are slippery.
Wildlife. Let's talk about wildlife.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, let's talk about
We don't
wildlife because
deal with
that's
I
oh,
some.
mean unless you
yeah,
want to
Let's
talk
well,
talk
about the
about
We have
horse.
a
moose.
definition of
let's
wildlife.
let's
huh?
talk about
What happened?
moose
We have
What,
because
a
they're
Janai?
just
definition
they just
of
walk
wildlife.
around and they're bigger than a horse.
Be careful
They
what you say,
just
Janai.
walking around. They're sitting in your yard, and it's
And
crazy
they're
because
dangerous.
usually there's one right here. I'm here at my church. I'm usually there's one over here in the bushes just
What? I'm
laying
sorry.
down, but they're so huge.
What? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
But
I think
if you hit it,
what?
if
What?
you hit
I'm sorry. I didn't hear what.
A moose.
Oh, moose.
Yeah.
moose, moose.
Those things are built like
They're
trucks.
huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you're gonna die, man,
Mm-hmm.
because their legs are like sticks and the body is up here. So what happened if you hit the moose, the body
The
comes
whole
through the
body.
windshield,
Windshield.
and
Oh.
that's what kills you
Mm-hmm.
at a
Yeah.
high impact.
Mm-hmm.
So
Are your buses
again,
high or they're like we have low
high.
flyers where they're
Oh,
very
they kind
low?
of high. They kind of high. They kind of high. But the moose body is right in front of the window. So
You got to
if you
get
hit
on
a
our
moose,
page. I'm sorry, you got to get on our page. Next bus, please, when you get a chance on Facebook. I
Mm-hmm.
like
okay.
to post some pictures of
Yeah,
this
I
because
got all that. Oh, I
that'd
got
be
all that.
interesting.
We
Bears.
got some
So we
questions. Oh,
have bears
bears.
Bears,
also.
moose, and
Yes.
bears. Oh
Yeah,
my!
but okay, so
A
so doesn't
hazard pay.
that so and I have pictures of bears over by my and the bears are scary. The moose aren't that scary, but they do attack people. Like the customers,
Mm-hmm.
the customer I will let the customer on if a moose is chasing it. They don't have to pay.
Good
You know what I'm
chase.
saying? Because it's scary. You know what I'm saying? That's
Hold the
terrible.
bus.
I let them on
Hold
the
the
bus,
bus.
man. Yeah,
So they're
yeah,
at a
yeah. They're
bus
like, open the
stop
door.
and there'll
I'm
be a
gonna open
moose
the door for
coming
you.
and stuff on the
Yes.
bus
Yeah,
stop.
they'll kill you. They just stomp you to death. Who want
Yeah.
to die like
Wow.
that? Eat me if you have to, but don't
So
stomp me to
so
death.
I'm guessing there's not a lot of elderly out there
Yes, it's
on a bus
elderly.
stop.
Yeah. But when I see them, I can't believe it because I'm like, where is your family? You must be a bad person. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine people
Why are you
on
older? They got you out
wheelchairs.
here walking in my mind, but I don't say it. I just let them, yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
No.
Yes,
Imagine
Let him
somebody in a
go.
I don't
wheelchair
say it, but
waiting
I'd be
for a
like,
bus
you must be a terrible person because ain't
Mm.
no way I have my mother out here
Yeah.
waiting
No.
for the
in
bus to go.
ice. If you fall down, you go into the hospital. Yeah, it's
That's,
What
crazy.
that's
we
Elderly,
got?
but we have elderly.
We got a misfit to ask this question. That says, she said, "I like to know how often the contractors negotiate up there with you guys."
So usually every year there
Oh,
it's
every
looked
year.
at.
every
It's
year.
looked
Mhm.
at. It's
Okay.
looked at.
Okay.
Our last contract was last year. We got a pay raise. That's when they did the oh gosh, they did
Security.
the security
Mm.
thing. Just our insurance, our health insurance, kind of we got it a little bit better than it was last time. So yeah,
Okay.
it
What
gets
about
Mm.
expensive.
with retirement? Like here is it's 25, 55. So you get 25 years on the job and you can retire at 55. How about with you
That's
guys?
about the same. It's about
The
the
same?
same. I do
Okay.
believe it's the same. Yeah.
Okay.
So um with
Well,
that
this is
um
very interesting.
Mm. So you got another question here also from our misfits are chiming in today, but it says, "How does it feel to drive in 3 days of night or 3 days of darkness, or light of 3 days of darkness?"
I like the dark better than driving during the day.
But with the
Only
wildlife, that's crazy.
Yeah, 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 I think so. Only because it's probably less congestion. When it's
Mm.
darker, people usually, you know, want to drive during the daytime, so it's less people on the road, less customers. Um, and the customers that we do get in the nighttime are usually um ready to go, I
Right,
think.
they're ready to get home or
Right,
to
ready
wherever
to
they're
get
going.
home. Right,
Do you guys
right.
get polar bear attacks up there?
Not here, not
Okay.
here. But at the end, I'll tell you a story about when I was in Barrow, because polar bears are probably the scariest. When we get to the end of the show, I will leave
Well,
with
go
that.
ahead and tell us because we're
Because we out
we're
there.
that's it.
We're just about
We're there.
okay. So
We're
Yeah.
there.
anyway, I was in Barrow, Alaska. And this was the first time that I was in a village. So, me
Mhm.
being the only black lady in the village, I felt, and there were other black people there, but I was transporting people from, I was working for Shell at the time. So, when I would go out, it would be like 45 below. It would be very, very cold. And I couldn't believe it because I'd be picking people up from, wherever they were staying at the time, because usually they would fly in from other states to work on the shell drill.
Mm.
So as I was picking the people up, I could hear dogs barking. "Roo, roo, 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 roo." And I was like, what kind of, and I'm an animal lover. I love animals. So it was bothering me. Like I was like, do I need to call
Yeah.
somebody? Somebody got their dog is 45 below, under, whatever.
Oof.
So I would hear dogs barking, dogs. Okay. So finally, one of the guys, and I mean, I might have been on the job 3 weeks. The guy that I said, man, there's a dog. Why people out here and they have their dogs in the weather? And the guy looked at me like I was stupid. Like, man, what are you talking about? He said,
Right.
those aren't dogs. I said, what is it? He said, those are polar bears. They're acting like dogs so that your dog would come or you would come and they would eat you.
Oh crap!
Barrel is the only
Oh shit.
What the
polar
hell?
polar bear. Yeah, no. Yeah, I promise you, polar bears are the only bears that hunt people. They like fishing. They're throwing that pole. Roo, 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 roo. So you come,
But
whose
look,
dog is that? I'm good. We're stupid. We love animals. We're gonna go
that
out there and get ate up.
Oh, Uncle
that guy
Ray.
saved your life, huh? Because you
He
probably would
saved
have been,
my
huh?
black life. Yes, he
Whose
did.
dog is this? I'm gonna go get this dog and let's. Ah!
That's
Oh,
crazy.
that is crazy.
Well,
Yo,
Scariest thing I
listen,
ever.
we come
Scary.
to the end of the show,
yeah.
Okay.
guys. Cadillac, you can always go back in the comments because people are just writing to you
They're
right now.
flooding with comments,
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, they're
questions.
Okay.
flooding with comments.
Okay.
So again, if you could get your friends to come join us, we'd love to have
Yeah.
them.
So
I'm sending you a link. I'm sending you a link
yeah.
for
Send me a
our
link. I'll
page
send
as
it to
well.
the next guy. Derek. Derek wants to come on.
And you can come here anytime. And you can
Anytime.
we
But
can
you
continue with
too,
the issues because
Janai, you also,
you know
Janai, you got to keep us
Janai,
updated on your
Yeah.
situation.
Janai, yes, and we're gonna have the link is up to those people that didn't tune in the beginning is to help Janai and her situation with the loss of her house, her
Whatever you
home.
can donate, please.
Donate.
Help her out. Let's reach her goal real quick. So, but
Yeah, let's
guys,
put it real
listen,
quick. This is
hang
let
out,
me close it real quick. All
uh,
right. Check out
hang
for
out.
her.
Don't go nowhere while we end the show. Pete, let's go.
Yeah, and I realized that we didn't even put on our in the beginning. What do you call it?
The opener.
Our
Yeah.
disclaimer. We never put that, but it's okay.
Well,
It's
I
okay.
mean,
We
she
didn't need
didn't
it.
answer that one
No,
question that might have got us in trouble. So,
you're right. So that's okay. We're good. So thank you for our guests. We had some other guests that wanted to come in, but I guess they didn't show up. So
hey,
maybe next
listen,
week.
the universe works. Because listen, we had two great. This is one of the most fun shows I ever had since we've been doing this show. It was really interesting to have both of you guys here. So I appreciate. Thank you guys for coming
Yes,
on.
so much.
Thank you.
And stay tuned. And again, uh, thank you both for coming on and sharing your stories. I really found it very interesting,
Yeah,
and
that polar
hopefully
bear story was
the door's
crazy.
always open for you guys to come back. So we'll
Hmm.
be back next week, folks. With
Hmm.
that said, I'm Brooklyn Pete,
I'm your boy Blunt.
and that's the end of our show.
Fuck them if they can't take a joke. Mm.
Later, people.
Peace.
You're still here. It's over. Go home. Go.